Ancient Romans had the strangest alternative to the blue pill. Pliny the Elder prescribed aphrodisiacs that were a concoction of pigeon eggs mixed in honey and a lizard drowned in one's own urine for the men, and for the women he suggested ingesting a vulture's tongue. Greek and Roman soldiers used an unconventional ally in battle. They would use war pigs to deter enemies from the east, as they used elephants in battle, and the pig squeals terrified the giants. Roman navies always had a sacred chicken on board, not as a meal but as a good luck charm. They would offer the chicken a cake, and if it pecked it, they had a higher chance of winning the battle. One Roman admiral even threw his chicken overboard because it wouldn't peck the cake. Sweating is an essential body function, but did you know ancient Romans had a non-essential use for it? Spectators of a gladiator match would buy a concoction of warrior sweat and olive oil to be used as perfume and was considered an aphrodisiac. Since it was in great demand, sweat perfume was reserved for women of status. Cats are popular pets these days, and it was no different with ancient Egyptians. If a feline friend passed away, they would shave off their eyebrows and give a noble burial by surrounding it with pots of milk and rice. Egyptian cat affinity was so excessive that in the 19th century, 19 tons of mummified cats were imported to Britain as fertilizers. You were probably better off not telling the doctor you had a headache in medieval times, as doctors might drill a gaping hole through your skull in the intent to cure it. The practice was called trepanation, and the idea was to let out all the evil spirits trapped inside your head. So the next time you have a headache, just call the exorcist, not the doctor. Seismographs are not a modern invention. The first seismoscope was invented by the Chinese scholar and literary Zhang Heng in 130 AD. It consisted of a vessel with 8 dragons arranged at the top, each with a ball in its mouth. At the bottom of the vessel, in line with the dragons, were 8 frogs. If an earthquake occurred, the balls were released from the dragon's mouth by an internal pendulum oscillating relative to the direction of the quake, and the noise made is the first sign of trouble. Ironically, only after Zhang's death did he receive his honors for this and other inventions. Did you know that the Mayans used to keep stingless bees as pets? These are a species called the meliponines. Although they do have stingers, they are quite small and can't be used for defense. The Mayans passed this tradition from generation to generation, sometimes as much as 80 years, as a respect to their bee god Amun-Kab and to sustain the beehives for honey production. Roman gardens had the most bizarre way to deal with intruders. They would place a statue of the god Priapus with erect genitals based on the belief that he would impose sexual punishments on the intruders. As strange as it is, it was very efficient. Alright, time for some cost comparison. Let's look at what the Colosseum and the Great Pyramids would cost to build today. First off, the Colosseum would need 1 million tons of travertine for construction at $198 per ton. Then the structural cost, totaling a 261,360 square feet at $824 per square feet. Topping it off with the labor and equipment at almost $22 million, this Roman masterpiece would in total cost $435.5 million today. If you thought that was exorbitant, the pyramids are even more outrageous. Each limestone block would cost $495, and with 2.3 million blocks to build the pyramids, 90% of the total cost is just for the material. Added with the relatively insignificant labor and equipment, the total comes to $1.2 billion. Leave down in the comments below which fact did you find the strangest of them all. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Gimme Facts. Also check out some of the other videos we have on our channel.